Real quick before we jump into the video, guys, for the rest of this year I'm going to be on a fundraising campaign to raise a minimum of £1,000 for the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. For more information on the charity and what it does, and for the donation links, please look in the description below. And thank you all for your continued support. Enjoy the show. What's going on, guys? Right, I'm a teacher now, so we're back with an unfortunate announcement. I think it's fair to say, I'm sure you can probably guess what I'm about to say, judged on the title of the video, but yeah, so it's been a minute since the LGL has popped up on this channel. It's been about 3 weeks or so since we last played Baconator, of course. That's definitely a fun game, by the way. You should definitely watch that if you haven't. And there's pretty good reason for that. The reason is that after 2 weeks of feeling griefed and feeling like an outsider, being burnt out on the league, and various other things that have gone into it, the Royal Bomber for Bombies have stepped away from the LGL. We will not be playing the AGL for the rest of the season and into the future. I've decided to part ways. Part of the reason for that is, honestly, I've just got fed up with the league. The league has just been a very, very long season. A lot of things have happened, of course. You know, not least with my SSD and my PC going down, which was a bit of a bind in general. But further to that, the last couple of matches have been like super poorly done in terms of communication, in terms of organization and stuff like that. So yeah, there's been a lot of things like that going on. And it got to the point where even one of my opponents openly lied in the Discord server about I'm not responding to messages when there was no messages to respond to. And that kind of got accepted by the league and various things like that, and I just got fed up. I hate to be that guy, I really do, but at the end of the day, enough's enough. I was burnt out on the league probably even before I played Baconator and J-Plane in those two matches. But yeah, I think that's just by the by of how it is. I think that is one of the big problems of long regular seasons. You know, I went into this thinking that it probably wouldn't matter that much because Little Cup's a format I enjoy playing, but unfortunately it ended up mattering. Because even outside of me in general, other matches and stuff like that were starting to not go ahead and things like that. And it definitely became a bit of a mess. And, you know, I don't think that's, you know, the staff's fault. I don't think that's anybody's fault in particular. I just think that's part and parcel of a long regular season. So, yeah, it sucks, honestly, because we were actually in a playoff spot, guaranteed. So, I didn't even have to play the last two matches that I had open to me, and we still could have, like, progressed into playoffs. But I don't think it's fair that I go into playoffs with an attitude of I don't really care, or I don't really feel motivated to play, when someone else can take my draft, which, by the way, is one of my favorite drafts I've done in quite a while. I really like the draft that we ended up with. We got a very good team, very well-rounded team, and a very fun team to play. So, you know, whoever does take over my team, enjoy it for the last couple of games. Hopefully you'll have some fun with that. But yeah, I don't think it's fair that someone that's not motivated or someone that just doesn't want to play the league, like, takes a playoff spot from someone that actually wants to play. I think it's not really fair to do that, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to step away from the LGL. But I do want to leave the LGL with some parting advice. One, take away this long regular season. Two, get a proper logo. That would be nice. You can get pretty cheap logos on Fiverr. No disrespect to, I think it was not Shady Kid or Nougat Boy, one of those two, that did this logo, but let's be honest, it doesn't look good. And I think a big one for me is change the format. Now, not the format of the league, like, keep it as Little Cup, because that's the whole point of this league. But my personal advice would be to do 2 separate divisions of 8. and each different division has their own draft. Because the problem with Little Cup right now is the pool is very, very limited. You know, there's not that many Little Cup Pokemon that are available. And with the number of coaches that are currently in the one division setup that the LGL had, it forces people into like having no other options for their picks, which also means that there's no option for free agency or anything like that. With 2 separate drafts in 2 different divisions of 8, everybody gets a draft. There's still going to be plenty of pool left open as well. So what would end up happening is you do have the possibility for free agency and stuff like that. And it will probably make the league a lot better because it will be, you know, if you do want to continue the round robin season, which why wouldn't you? Like, you've still got 7 weeks of regular season, which is, you know, half the time of what this season was. And at that point, I think the league would be a lot better. I think burnout would be a lot less likely. And I think that would probably be a lot more fun, personally. Now, even if that does happen, that will not encourage me to play next season. I won't return to the LGL for a while. I want to see maybe if the LGL develops. I don't think it will, but maybe. So, yeah, as far as the LGL goes, we won't be playing anymore. But it's not to say that the LGL won't have a replacement or whatever. There are plans for the RBL next season, which haven't been revealed yet, so I'm not going to reveal it. But, yeah. There will be Draft League content still, 2 days a week, pretty much almost guaranteed, coming soon, once the current RBL season is done. I'm actually due to be playing Matt Flame tomorrow, so that's going to be a fun one, so I look forward to that. But yeah, that's it. So, farewell to the LGL. I wish you all the best. Hopefully, your league actually develops, because I do think it's got potential, but it's not quite right for me at the moment. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Bombi Teacher. I'm your coach of the Royal Bomber for Bombies. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.